Hello students. So in this video I will be discussing exercise 2.3. But before starting the exercise, I would like to discuss this division algorithm for polynomials. Now what is division algorithm for polynomials? Okay, what does it state? It states that if p of x and g of x are any two polynomials with g of x not equal to 0, then we find polynomials q of x and r of x such that p of x equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x. So where r of x is equal to 0 or degree of r of x is less than degree of g of x. Now it seemed to be very clumsy, okay, because you may think that what is this? See, this is nothing but the Euclid's division lemma that you have studied, no? That particular is been applied in the field of polynomials also. Here, do you remember, in case of polynomials, it was stated that if a and b are two positive integers, okay, then a is equal to bq plus r. Wasn't it like that? A is being divided by b. Here p of x is being divided by q of g of x, and they have told no, g of x not equal to 0. In that case b was not equal to 0, then a is equal to bq plus r. Q was the quotient and r was the remainder, isn't it? And the remainder was lying in between greater than equal to 0 and less than b, isn't it? So here also they have told, since it is polynomial, what we can say, that this remainder may be either 0 or yes, degree of r of x. Now here, since we are concerned about polynomials, so definitely degree of r of x means the degree of the remainder will be less than the degree of the divisor. In this case our divisor is g of x. So there is a difference, means no difference actually. There is this is the extra thing that is being that is there in your in the case of polynomials. In case of Euclid's division lemma, we were just dealing with these things, isn't it? These were simple numbers and you were concerned about the numbers only, that the range for the remainder means between which two values the remainder will be lying, isn't it? And here they have told that this remainder may be either 0. Okay, if the remainder is 0, then we will definitely say that g of x is going to be a factor of q of x, because this into this, and here if it is 0, then g of x will definitely be a factor, because this into this is giving you this. So from here we can say that g of x will be a factor. If some remainder is there, it means that it is not a factor. Now what about the remainder? What can you say about the remainder? We can say that either remainder is 0. In case of 0 we have discussed, and the next case is the degree of r of x is definitely, it has to be lesser than g of x, because if the same degree is there, it can be further divided, isn't it? So it will be clear by doing some sums also. So don't feel that it is too much hard or it is something which is very difficult. Okay, you already apply these things, you have applied this thing in class 9 also. Okay, now we are going to apply this in exercise 2.3. Now the first question from exercise 2.3, the question is that you have to divide p of x by g of x and then find the quotient and the remainder. So you need to divide it. So definitely we will be using division, long division, isn't it? X cube minus 3x square plus 5x minus 3. You know how to divide these things? Px is divided by gx. In class 9 you have done these things. Here it is x square and it is x cube. Okay, so you have to think what has to be multiplied with this particular term in order to get this term. Okay, we need not worry about the coefficient in this case, because both are having 1 as a coefficient. Now here it is x square. So what more thing is needed in order to get x cube? X square into x. So we will multiply 1x, x square into x gives you x cube. Okay, now only the first term has gone. What about the second term? This is minus 2. Now minus 2 has to be multiplied with this one. Minus, and here plus means plus minus minus. 2 into x, 2x. Now you have to go for the like term. You cannot put 2x under 3x square, because it is going to be, these two terms will be unlike terms. So you have to search out where the term having the variable x is there. So minus 2x will be lying just below 5x. Done. Now whatever sign was there, the opposite sign will be coming here. It is plus, so here minus. So x cube minus x cube cancelled. Now see, it is in the upper part, okay. You have to change the sign of those terms which are lying below. So since it is lying above, it will not change its sign. Now here again it is here, so we have to go for the opposite sign. If it is minus, we will be having plus. So plus 5x plus 2x gives you plus 7x. Again this term minus 3 will be like this only. Now see, again our target will be to have minus 3x square. Here we are having x square, okay, x square, but coefficient this is minus 3. Here we are having nothing, means 1 is there. 1 into how much gives you minus 3? 1 into minus 3 gives you minus 3, x square, okay, it is x square. So we are putting just x square, we don't need any x here, okay. Now minus minus plus, 2 3s are 6, so where to put 6? Here, plus 6. How plus 6? Because minus into minus plus. Now I told you that you have to give the opposite sign which is lying here. It is minus, so the opposite sign will be plus. So we will consider this sign only. We will have to forget about this particular sign. So plus 3x square minus 3x square, 0, cancel. 7x will be coming downward. Here it is plus, means we have to give the opposite sign, minus. So minus 3 minus 6 minus 9. Now see, according to division algorithm, what we know that the remainder, degree of the remainder will be either the remainder will be 0 or the degree of the remainder has to be lesser than the degree of the divisor. See, here it is x, here it is x square. So the degree of this one is 1 and the degree of this one is 2. Since the degree of the remainder is coming lesser than that of the divisor, means here we have to end up our procedure, okay, we have to end up the division procedure. So what we can write, therefore quotient is equal to, they have given in terms of, I think in question only, quotient only they have written. In some questions they may just give you the question like this, find qx and rx, okay. So q of x means quotient and r of x means remainder. So quotient I am writing, what will be the quotient? This is x minus 3 is our quotient and the remainder is equal to 7x minus 9. So here we have ended up finding out the quotient and the remainder. Here is the second question, and I have taken the second part of that question. So the question is, the two polynomials are given. This is the first one and this is the second one, and we have to find out whether the first polynomial is a factor of the second or not. So for convenience, we have considered the first polynomial to be g of x and the second one to be p of x. Now I have to divide p of x by g of x in order to find out what is our whether gx is a factor of p of x or not. So we have to divide, okay. Now in order to divide, we can start it like that, 3x to the power of 4 plus 5x cube minus 7x square plus 2x plus 2, and it has to be divided by x square plus 3x plus 1. Now see, here it is x square and here we need x to the power of 4. So we need x square, isn't it? But what about the coefficient? Here it is 3, here it is 1. 1 into how much gives you 3? 1 3s are 3, okay. So now you see, x square into 3x square gives you 3x to the power of 4. We always have to try to get something here so that when we multiply these two, you are getting this particular term, okay. So we got 3x to the power of 4, done. Now we have to multiply with the second term also, this thing, okay. So 3 into 3 9, x into x square x cube, and the sign will be plus only, plus into plus plus, 3 3s are 9, x into x square x cube. Now we are having one more term here, 1. So 1 3s are 3 x square. So sign will be plus 3x square. Now we have to go for the just opposite sign, okay, minus. So this cancel, 3x to the power 4 minus 3x to the power 4. Now here it is plus, we have to consider minus here. So forget about this sign. So plus 5 minus 9 gives you minus 4 x cube. Here again it is plus, means we have to give minus. Minus 7 minus 3 gives you minus 10 x square, and plus 2x and plus 2 will be coming as it is because they are in this position, okay. There will be no change in the sign of these terms. Now our target is to get minus 4x cube. So here it is plus, here it is minus, means definitely we need one minus because plus into minus will give you minus. Now what about the coefficient? It is 4. So we need 4. Now see the terms, see the variable, its power is square 2, its power is 3. So we need one more x in order to get x cube, isn't it? X square into x gives you x cube. Now see, plus into minus, minus, 1 into 4, 4, x square into x, x cube. Got it? Now let us go for the second term. Plus into minus, minus, 3 4s are 12, means minus 12, x into x, x square. So it will be lying here, minus 12 x square. Now go for the third term, plus 1 and here minus 4x, plus minus, minus, 1 into minus 4, minus 4, and 1 x is there, minus 4x. Done. So the opposite sign here, it is minus, so we have to think for plus. So plus 4x cube minus 4x cube cancel. Here it is minus, means we have to consider plus. So 12 minus 10, 2x square. Again here plus, minus was there, so plus. Plus 4 plus 2 means plus 6x plus 2. Done. See, x square, we have to stop at that particular point where the remainder is lesser than that of g of x, means the degree of the remainder, okay. Here it is equal, so we have to proceed, one more step will be there. X square, no problem. It is 1, it is 2, so sign will be plus only. So here it has to be plus 2. Why 2? Because 1 into 2 gives you 2. Already x square is there, so no need. So x square into 2 gives you 2x square. Now the second term, plus only, 3 2s are 6x. Now the third term, 1 2s are 2. See here, it comes for minus 0. Here plus 6 minus 6x plus 6x minus 6x gone. Plus 2 minus 2 gone. So we got the remainder is as 0. Now since the remainder is 0, by factor theorem we got that remainder is equal to 0. Hence we can say that definitely g of x is a factor of p of x. Okay, so you will just write since r of x is equal to 0, therefore g of x is a factor of p of x. So just following the same procedure, you can do the rest of the sums under question number 2. Okay, I have done the second one. You can try in the similar way and complete number Roman 1 and 3 also.